Hello, welcome. It's a few minutes before 8:30, so Ben and I will have our normal chit chat about things not necessarily wine related. We give our annual, no, our
Annual.
weekly, our weekly review of. Keep the tablets away from the microphone.
No, I'm trying to get this up first.
Okay, keep our weekly review. They made me watch another episode of Run.
We didn't make you.
You did make it. I didn't want to watch
We
it.
wanted you to go to bed, but you hadn't gone to bed yet, so you were forced to watch it.
And it was slightly better. Not a lot.
A bit more happened. You said it was stationary last week.
Yeah.
It was now a few miles per hour.
Mm.
There's a bit more happening. Killing Eve, on the other hand,
Killing Eve was a good episode. That was a really good episode this week, wasn't it? I thought
it was
enjoyed
better. It's serious.
How many? Do you know how many more episodes to go?
That's it. That was episode 6, wasn't it?
Was it? But Killing Eve was good. I thought it was a good episode. Don't bother with Run if you are watching it. No, I wouldn't bother anyway. I haven't finished any books either this week. My book reading has diminished this week. I'm still part way through a book which is quite good, but I can't remember what it's called or who it's by. So maybe next week. Well, my memory's useless, so unless I can. You sure that's not going to?
I don't know.
So we are using our mic again, and we realised last week that it was when my young apprentice here gets my tablet too close to the microphone, it sets a weird noise off. So we're going to go back with the mic, but we'll see. So if you can't hear us very well, start screaming, shouting. We won't hear you, but perhaps you need to just put comments in Facebook. So Ben, what time is it?
Summertime. It's not quite 1:30.
Oh, okay, we've got to ramble on a bit more.
We do. But
Okay.
You're quite good at rambling.
Not really.
You can ramble on for an hour.
No, I don't think I'm very good. Well, maybe I'm good at rambling.
I don't know.
What have you done this
Should we
week?
get Mum in? She's good at rambling.
Mum's good at rambling.
But carry on. What did I do this week?
Yeah.
I handed in 2 uni assessments.
Oh, good. Well
I've
done.
got
Yeah.
2 more, and then I'm done.
Excellent.
Done until after the coronavirus. So we'll see.
Okay, good. I know you had a test. Go on, you can tell me about your test.
I had a test.
Coronavirus test.
I did, yeah. I was selected as part of a group.
Trial.
Special people. Yeah, I don't have it, unfortunately. That's not unfortunate.
I was going to say.
Yeah, no, I don't have it. So I failed the test, or I don't know.
I think it's
passed
passed.
the test. It was negative. So yeah, that's good.
Which is good.
Yeah.
Okay. Is the sound off? I can hear.
Sound's on, and now it's off.
Okay, good. That's always
A few
good.
technical difficulties.
As normal. Okay. So, how many people?
48.
48, jolly good. Right, we are going to start. So, welcome to our 7th, I think. Seventh
series. No, not series.
Facebook Live session. We're still on Series 2.
Series 2, okay.
We're still on Series 2. We've got Series 3 to come. So I'm Rob. I hope probably you know who I am now, but in case we're any new people we never know, I'm Rob from the Wine School, and this is Ben, my son. And together we do ramble on about wine, mainly.
You do.
And you know I haven't taken you back to the smaller glasses.
Oh, I want to go back to the small glasses.
No, I thought I wouldn't do that to you. So you're still in the medium ones.
Mediums, okay.
You still have to progress to the larger ones. You haven't got quite reached that yet, but
okay.
medium.
In Series 3, we'll see.
Now you're pushing it. So tonight we have Rioja. You should have 2 Riojas, I hope. Any wine will do, but if you've got 2 Riojas, one would be what I'd call a Hoven Rioja, which is a younger Rioja. So no oak or very, very tiny bits of oak. And the other one we've got is the Crianza. So you could have a Reserva or Gran Reserva, but I'm hoping just to show you 2 different contrasting styles of Rioja. If you bought the case from Fraser's, you've got the Bagordi. I can never say this. The Bagordi, sort of a Hoven, and the Bagordi.
Do you tell them your champagne story?
What's my champagne story?
Getting the bread. When we were on holiday, there was bread, and you called it champagne, and everyone.
Well, because my French is even worse than my English. Anyway, so that's true. I did. I did laugh though, didn't I?
It did.
So you got 2 Riojas. We're going to try those. You've probably already started, as always, but we'll get to those pretty soon. So Ben, what do you know? Tell me anything you know about Rioja.
It's wine. It's red.
Is it always red?
No.
Ah. Okay. So what other colours could it be?
White. Or blue.
I don't think quite yet you get blue Rioja.
You can get blue wine. Can you get blue wine?
Well, that was a fad, wasn't it, a couple of years ago? They just added colour dye to it. So
And then you said you could get stripy wine. Did you get stripy
I
wine?
didn't say stripy.
Maybe
wine.
that was a dream.
No. Yeah.
We've been talking a lot about dreams recently.
We have.
We have lots more dreams in lockdown. That's
We do.
probably a dream.
Yeah, I don't think I've mentioned stripy
I
wine.
was going to say, I'm not sure how it would work. Someone should invent it. You should. Why not?
Don't think so.
Fair enough. Up to you.
So so while most of us know Rioja is red, Rioja is mainly red. You can get white Rioja, which is actually one of my favourite white wines.
Is Rioja the grape?
No, that's a good point. Okay.
Is it the region?
Yes.
Right.
Okay. So Spanish. Okay, so Rioja's Spanish. Okay.
I was going to say that.
So you could have. I asked you what you knew about Rioja.
I didn't know it, but I thought it was Spanish.
Spanish. Yeah. So Rioja is Spain. It's in northern Spain. And given it's in Spain, Spain is in Europe. Therefore, how do we name our wines in Europe?
It's the old world.
It's the old world, yeah. How do we name our wines in the old world?
Oh, based off the region.
The region, yeah. Okay. So Rioja's a region, and therefore in Rioja, it's a DOCA. It's actually one of only 2 DOCAs in Spain.
What's a DOCA?
The DOCA is the equivalent of it in France. We've learned about AOC, Appellation Control. So it's the top level. It's the highest category of wine. So it's their more quality wines. But both France and Italy decided to create an extra category for their more superior wine
So
regions.
even better than the top.
Even better than the top. It's complete nonsense, by the way. But Spain and Priorat both have the added distinction of an A. So rather than just DOC, they are DOC A.
DOCA.
Okay, so DOCA. Oh yeah. And if I was really good in Spanish, I would pronounce them for you, but I'm not going to even try. So DOCA Rioja, we've got 2 of those. So you can get red Rioja, white Rioja, and Rosada Rioja. Rosé Rioja as well. Okay. So that's quite a big region. I'll tell you a little more about Rioja as we go through the next hour or so. So Ben,
So Dad.
grapes in Rioja.
Yeah.
What do you know? What grapes do you know in Rioja?
They don't have Tesco over there, do they? What supermarkets do they have in Spain? I don't know.
No idea. Well,
Can't tell you.
Lidl and Aldi, because they're everywhere, aren't
Little
they?
Basic then. That's the only grapes I know.
Okay. So there are 3 main grapes in Rioja. Okay, so you've got Tempranillo, which is one of the main grapes in Spain.
Oh.
Okay, so you've got Tempranillo, Garnacha, better known as Grenache.
I have heard of that.
We've done that. So Tempranillo supported by Garnacha, which Grenache, and a grape called Graciano, okay, which is actually a lovely grape. Actually, I think it's
It's got a good name.
Graciano. It's a lovely grape, and if your Rioja has a good dollop, technical term dollop, has a good dollop of Graciano, it's quite nice. Actually, M&S used to do, Mark Smith used to do a Rioja with 100% Graciano, and it was delicious. So it was really good. So there are 3 grapes. But Ben, I'm going to play a game with you that is the yes or no game. Okay. I'm going to read out. I'm going to read out 5 more grape varieties. Okay. And you've got to tell me yes or no whether they are permitted.
Oh, so this isn't the game where I have
Rioja.
to say yes or no. I can't say it.
Oh no, not that game. No.
Okay.
You have to say yes or no.
Okay. Got you.
What we're going to do, we're going to ask folks to help. Okay. So folks to help.
Folks to help.
Folks to help. And sorry, I should say, of course, as always, I'm going to say hello to Jeff, Rupert, and Dominic, and Helen. Maybe Katie, and they're going to help out. So if you've got any comments to make, Ben sometimes gets to them, he sometimes doesn't. But
I don't think they all come up.
You keep saying you just miss them. Just
Yeah.
don't take the thing near them. So anyway, so they will help out with answering your comments. So here's the thing. So you all can help. Ben's going to see look for your comments.
Have you recovered from your fall?
Oh yes, actually, good news. So I should have mentioned right at the beginning. Good news. I haven't dropped the wines tonight. The wines are intact. Okay, there you go. So wines are intact.
They are suspiciously drunk.
Shh. We did try some last night. My injury is healing up. See, look, a nice scar there where I fell over. So yes, thank you for asking. I am healed, and the wines aren't dropped. Although I have been super careful. I've been having now when I'm carrying wine now. I'm thinking, best not have a tumble again.
You should have a hand. You could get one of those stair lifts. That's what old people have. They have a stair lift. You could do that.
That's a good idea.
Yeah.
Yeah. A lift. Could have a lift.
Well, I wouldn't go that far.
Okay.
Where's the budget stretching?
No, that's true. Yeah. Okay. Just a stair lift.
Yeah.
Okay. Not an escalator.
Or a slide.
Slide.
With
That'd
a
be good
rope.
for going down.
We could have a rope that we could pull you up.
Okay, excellent. That's good, isn't it? Yeah, okay. So, grape, Ben. These are the grapes. Yes or no? And what I want, guys, you to join in. Tinto Fino. Is Tinto Fino allowed in Rioja? So if you want to play this, I'm going to read out 5 grapes. So we know which grapes you are talking about. If you think Tinto Fino is in Rioja, it's TF, Tinto Fino, yes or no. So TF, yes or no. Help Ben out. Next one, Tinta Roriz. So Tinta Roriz, if you think Tinta Roriz is in Rioja, yes or no, say TR. It get complicated.
Jason's having video issues. I wonder. Hopefully it's just Jason, not everyone.
Well, I don't mean to be unkind to Jason, but yes.
Well, you never know.
No.
We did have an issue last week. No, sorry, carry on.
Okay. So TF, if you think Tino, well, TF, Tita Fino for yes or no. Tinta Roriz for yes or no. Do TR. Aragonés is another grape. Is it or not permitted in Rioja? So put A, yes or no. Tinto de Toro, so Tinto de Toro, TT. And Sensibel, C. So yes or no, right? So basically TF, TR, A, TT, and C.
So there's 3 grapes earlier. They were the most.
Those are the main ones. So the main 3 main grapes: Tempranillo, Garnacha, and Graciano. Big grapes. They're the main ones. And there are a couple more. There are a couple more grapes that are permitted in Rioja. And I'm saying the grapes I've just listed for you, are they permitted in Rioja? Yes or no? So Tinta Fino, Tinta Roriz, Aragonés.
So Dave has said yes to all.
Tinto de Toro and Sensibel.
Sensibel.
Okay. So you can either follow Dave or you can see what anyone else says.
Yes to all.
Okay.
So is Yellowhammer.
Yellowhammer.
That's a good name.
So while we're waiting for you guys to tell Ben a bit of history about Tempranillo, there are some stories that say it actually is a French grape. So actually originated in France. And the monks from Burgundy, so actually a Burgundy grape, and monks from Burgundy, probably around, I don't know, the 12th, 15th century, were heading south. They were travelling through Spain on their way to Santiago, and travelling through Spain, and they would just leave grapevines, the Tempranillo grapevine in at the sort of Spanish monasteries. And that's how Tempranillo came to be in Spain. And if you think about it, well, not if you think about it, this is true that if you old Pinot Noirs and older Tempranillo-based wines both have similar characteristics, so we think there could be a common ancestry there. It's a nice story anyway to think that the key Spanish grape may be French from Burgundy. It's more likely it is just a Spanish grape, but I quite like the story of French monks taking it through Spain and dropping it off. I mean, the other thing to bear in mind actually is actually the style of Rioja is actually down to the French as well. So it's interesting how the French have influenced Rioja, mainly from the grape, but certainly from the style of wine, because Rioja is a wine that's quite heavily oaked most of the time, and it actually comes from Bordeaux winemakers fleeing phylloxera. So phylloxera hit France around the 1860s. Phylloxera kills the vine, the European vine, and from the 1860s to the next 40 or 50 years, probably not that long actually, but certainly for a while, French vineyards started to have big problems and the vine started to die. And so what the Bordeaux winemakers did, the grape growers did, they basically fled south, they came into Rioja, and they set up basically their winemaking practices in Rioja. Rioja didn't get phylloxera to 1901, so there was a couple of decades, 3 or 4 decades when they were phylloxera free. And the north part of Spain, that was their heyday really, because when the French were struggling with wine, northern Spain wasn't affected by this phylloxera louse, and therefore had made lots of wines and expanded quite a lot, because they were one of the few countries which in Europe that didn't have phylloxera at that time. So the style of wine was actually of Rioja is actually led by the sort of more Bordeaux style, which is is oaked quite a fair bit. So what do we got, Ben? What do you want to go for?
I'll tell you what, it's very confusing. Lots of TFs and A's and C's, and I'm just gonna say.
So which one? Okay, let's go through them all one. So Tinta Fino, yes or no?
Yes.
Okay. Tinto Rith, yes or no?
Yes.
Okay. Aragonés, yes or no?
Yes.
Okay. Tinto de Toro, yes or no?
Definitely yes for that one.
Okay. And Sensibel, yes or no?
Yes.
Okay. So you're going all of them.
Yeah, why not?
Wow, that's a good call. Why?
Because I think someone said it, and
Have they?
I don't see that many no's.
Okay. Well, they're all very clever. You are all very clever because actually you are.
They're not very
correct.
picky with their grapes, are they? They whack it all in.
Well, actually, no. What it is that is the same grape as Tempranillo. They just call it different names. So it depends which part of Spain.
So it's all the
or
same
Portugal.
grape.
It's all the same grape.
Oh,
Yeah.
Who thought of that?
No, that's one of the problems you have in Spain and Portugal is that they can't even agree on a common name for the grape. So it's difficult to sell a wine by grape name like Merlot or Shiraz
Right,
when
okay.
they've got different names for it. So all those actually it's all Tempranillo, and just depending on which part of Spain or Portugal you're from, then that will determine what they
But
call
it's
it.
still Rioja. All of it's still Rioja.
Well, no, but those grapes
can
are
be found
those grapes can be found elsewhere. They're Spanish. Tempranillo is a Spanish grape and a Portuguese grape in the sense that's where the Iberian Peninsula is where you see these grapes planted. So you've got those grapes, and one of the other grapes the fourth grape in Rioja is a grape called Mazuelo.
Mm.
And interestingly, that has different names as well. So elsewhere in Spain, Mazuelo is called Carriena, but it's called Carrion in France. So it gets confusing, doesn't it? Carry on, yeah, carry on. Yeah.
Keep calm.
So keep calm and carry on. Yeah, so that's sort of the problem with some European wines, and that's why they probably stick selling them by region, really, because they can't agree a name for the grape. They've got no chance of that.
Typical.
Indeed. So Rioja, if you want to different styles of Rioja, so you probably know that when you buy Rioja, you can look at the labels. If it doesn't say anything on the label, it says Rioja. It's probably a Joven Rioja, a young Rioja, and Joven Riojas require no aging. So,
and what year would a young Rioja be?
Well, it should be newer, shouldn't it? So we're in 2020 now. You'd expect them to be 2018, 2019, 2017. Like, I mean, so you expect them to be young.
And you wouldn't drink that age.
No, you would. They're meant to be because they are.
You drink that then, but you wouldn't age it. You wouldn't
exactly.
Okay.
No, you wouldn't age it. No. So you just keep it. No, so don't keep
just
it.
Drink
sorry,
it.
just drink it. Yeah. So Joven Riojas, no aging at all, very little oak, none at all, and therefore just designed to drink. And you should get a nice fruity wine. We're going to try one of those in a minute if you've not already started. Then we've got Crianza, and ours is Crianza. Crianza in Rioja means it has to be aged for 12 months in oak. These are all minimum, so you could be aged for more, but at least 12 months in oak, and it has to have this 24 years in total age. So
24 years.
Months. Did I say years?
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. No. So 24 months in total age. So 12 months in oak as a minimum and 24 months age in total. Okay.
It's 3 years.
No, in total. So that includes the 12
So 2 years at least.
2 years at least. Yeah.
Fair enough.
Okay. It's 6 months elsewhere, by the way. It gets a bit confusing, but Rioja is slightly different age requirements. So in Rioja, it's 12 months oak. In the rest of Spain, it's only 6 months oak in Crianza, but still the same, still 2 years total.
Okay.
Reserva is 12 months in oak again, so no different with Crianza in Spain. So 12 months in oak and 3 years total, so 3 years in total. And Gran Reserva is 24 months in oak in Rioja and 5 years in total. So again, it's slightly, as you go through those, increasing levels of oak normally and increasing sort of just age, which means if you're drinking a Gran Reserva Rioja, then they are already quite mature for you. But they'll keep longer. A Gran Reserva is probably seen as the better one, so they'll last longer. And a good Rioja Gran Reserva you could last 10 to 15 years easily. Wow. The better ones even longer than that, and from the good years. Yeah.
Fair enough, yeah.
So I hope that sort of makes sort of sense. I'm not sure. Does it make sense? So should we try them in? Come on, let's try these two Riojas. So let's try the young one first. So you've got a Rioja that says, I think it says Rioja and Cochetta sort of 2018, which is just a year. So this is the Joven one. So Ben, grab your left-hand glass. So let's have a look at the colour first.
Just looking at the two, it looks lighter, but you can't really see. But from the get-go,
yeah, it's worth comparing them, isn't it? It is slightly lighter, but there's not a lot in it, is there? No. There is the Crianza is slightly
not much though, but yeah.
Not much, but slightly, yeah.
Does have it.
Slightly younger colour as well, so it's just about going on a ruby, I think. I think slightly lighter ruby, whereas the Creanthus probably slightly darker ruby and slightly more orange.
Yeah.
But not much difference.
Perhaps turning that kind of.
Yeah. So let's just let's have a smell. Let's have a smell of the young one.
On the back of the bottles, what's the difference between the green and red Rioja labels?
The label, colour of labels just means whether it's Hoven. So green, not green. Yeah. So green is means Hoven.
Okay.
Okay. The red colour means Creantha. I know the Grand Reserve is purple. I can't remember the colour of Reserva. But they basically just to help you. So they've colour coded their Rioja sticker, so you know whether it's young Creantha. They'll put it on the front label though, so it's in a sense on the front. So if you don't see on the front label the word Hoven, then look on the back. It's got a green label. That means it's a young one. And then the other ones on the label, they'll always put Creantha or Reserva or Grand Reserva, and the colour labels is to help you.
And 2016 is the year it was bottled.
No, the year on the bottle is always the year in which the grapes are harvested.
Okay, got you.
Yeah, okay. So the young Rioja the grapes were picked in 2018, and the Creantha were picked in 2016. Yeah.
Okay, sorry. Yeah.
Yeah, that's okay. That's fine. No, good questions to ask. So let's have a look at the young one. What do you smell, guys? Come on, what do you smell? What do you taste? Have a look, Ben. What are they saying?
What are they saying? We can smell leather, chocolate, and black fruits.
Okay. Yeah,
So
I do get some lovely black fruits, blackberry. Yeah. I get some. There's a hint of spice. I think even the young one has seen a slight bit of oak. Not much though, but slightly. But it's. But I am getting some nice sort of red.
Slightly
red
smoky. Is what
smoky. Yeah, there is a bit of that. Yeah.
Alex and Anna's saying beef.
Beef. Okay. Wow. I know. Okay.
Bisto. Great. Zoe's saying blackcurrant cinnamon.
Yeah.
And cinnamon.
Yeah. Is that a slurp?
It's not too powerful, is it? It's quite.
No, it's got
Very fresh.
It's a bit fresh. Yeah. It's there's not much oak there. There's a tiny amount, isn't there? There is some spice though. It's quite alcoholic. You can feel the wine warming the palate. I think it's 14%.
Okay.
Which is quite high.
That'll do it.
Yep. So you can feel the alcohol on there. So it's not bad though. Medium bodied, really, a medium plus body. That sort of sense. It does fill the mouth out. Okay.
Yeah.
So it's quite nice.
It's nice.
That's quite nice. Should we just compare it? Let's have this mirror to the Creantha so you can see the difference.
That is actually. I do think that's quite a bit darker now. I look at it again.
Yeah.
That's just in my opinion.
Sure. Okay. What do we smell on the Creantha? What do they taste and smell?
I think it tastes like a winter wine. That's what I said. Water wine. Winter wine.
This one just has. I mean, it has just more evidence of oak, doesn't it? I think you've got vanilla, some licorice, sort of a bit earthy, a bit spicy. I think darker fruits.
Nice summer wine. Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
And it's a bit more mellow, a bit rounder. Don't know what the alcohol doesn't feel as much. It probably is, but it's actually more. So 14.5. But I think the wine's a better wine. So actually, I think it what's the word? It not masks. That's the word I'm looking for. But it works with the alcohol better, and therefore the alcohol isn't so obvious. I think on the Creantha for me. It's more mellow, more rounded, a bit more body, more complexity, more depth of flavour. So for me, I mean, it is. I prefer wines that are oak. So I'm always naturally going to be sort of led to wines that are more oak. Which do you prefer, Ben?
I do prefer the older one.
Do you?
Not by much.
Yeah.
It's just a bit less sharp's not the right word, but it's
Oh, okay.
yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Alex is saying plum and jam. So
Yeah.
he's saying, cranberries. Dave is saying cranberries.
Yeah.
Dominic's saying lots of American oak with Rioja gives a lovely vanilla flavour.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
So we asked them which they prefer.
Yeah, do you want to do it? Your what's it called now? Your speciality.
My heart.
Your hot. I'm gonna give them the hot.
So my heart, I'm going to go for thumbs up for the Hoven, which is the first one you tried, and I've lost it, Ben. I've lost it.
Come on,
There you go.
there we are.
And a heart shape for the Criantha, the second one you tried. So thumbs up for the first one, the unoaked one, or mainly unoaked. So Hoven, and a heart one for the Criantha. So go vote away for us. Ben will do the adjudication and see which who likes which.
Oh, lots of hearts, lots of hearts. I haven't seen a single one thumbs up.
One thumbs up.
Again, the problem is I have to check at the end because all you need is one person to spam it. Auntie Annie's saying hearts. There we are. Yeah, very good. Great window on it. What does that mean? Do you know?
Window.
Yeah, it definitely says window.
Oh,
Not a wine term.
It might be, just don't know, Ben.
How do we have a look then? We have got quite a few hearts. Definitely a lot more hearts than there are.
Okay.
Thumbs up.
By what ratio? Not that you're very good at maths, but
37 to 13. So 37 hearts to 13.
So 3
hearts.
times as much.
Yeah.
Okay. Excellent. Okay. Bagdori is they've been going for almost 300 years. So family owned. I think they're in the 14th generation, which is quite a long time. Just think if you had to go into the thing that, I mean, it'd be your worst nightmare saying, Ben, I'm going to hand over the wine school.
All right, thanks.
You'd run a mile.
Window equals legs.
Oh, okay, I didn't know that. Okay, so you learn something new every day.
You do?
Okay.
Cathedral windows. What?
Oh, cathedral is actually the tiers. I don't know. I've heard them called legs or tiers, but not windows before.
I'm lost. I'm
No,
completely lost.
yeah.
Cathedral windows. What tiers?
I thought you said cathedral.
Yeah, but where's that? What does that relate to?
I don't know. I call them tiers or legs. I don't know.
To what? What are tier or legs?
Oh, okay, so sorry, let me explain. So when you swirl your glass, okay, the alcohol in a wine, you see the legs. Tiers,
Okay.
So that's called legs or tiers. Okay, and basically all that means is how much alcohol in the wine. So at 14.5%, that's quite powerful. Yeah, so that's quite. So you got lots of legs there or tiers.
Oh right, so that shows up on the.
Yeah, so, I mean, so every wine has legs or tiers because every wine's alcoholic, but it shows more on reds for 2 reasons: the color, and secondly, reds are generally more alcoholic. So that's why. But I've never heard them called
Is that
windows.
pure
before.
alcohol? Why is it doing that?
No, just alcohol makes the cling to the glass.
Oh right, okay.
Yeah, viscosity to sort of, there you go. You can see a lot of those. So that's what legs mean,
Oh, interesting.
or windows. I'm not well, apparently.
Tiers make the shape of cathedral windows.
Oh, see, there you go. I've actually sorry. Someone did tell me that a while ago. I've just forgotten it. Yeah, that's true.
Ah,
Yeah.
interesting.
Well, there you go. It's good, isn't it? Yeah, see. So
Legs also equals sugar, says Rupert.
for sweet wines, yeah.
Okay, yeah.
But these are all dry. But he's right. Sweet wines, yeah, it's
Very
true.
good.
Yeah. So it's the 30th, 1723. Bagdori set up. So yeah, 14 generations. They do like to do hand pick and hand sort. So they're very much into organic viticulture. So hand picking, hand sorting, organic stuff. So they do try and look after where they are, and they are in the part of Rioja called Baca, which actually now is called Oriental. So, and I didn't know that till yesterday. I've always known the 3 regions of Rioja as being Alta, Alavaza, and Baca. Well, I looked at the Rioja website. They have a Rioja race, very good information. So I was just looking at that yesterday, gathering some information for today. And Baca is now called Oriental. So there you go. And Bagdori is in the northern part of Baca, just on the border with Navarra, sort of northern part. So they're there. The 3 areas of Rioja really. Alta is the largest, so almost 60% of
Oh, wow, okay.
Tempranillo is comes from Alta, Alavasa is perhaps the most delicate. There's two tiny little, two small areas right in the northern part, and so you've got Alavasa, which are the two quite small areas, and the coolest, and therefore makes perhaps Riojas the most finesse. Main part Rioja, say, is Alavasa, Alta, and Alta makes just a really good Rioja. And then Baca, or now Oriental, is a bit further south, warmer, and tends to make sort of fuller bodied, with lots of power. And I guess these have these, don't they? I mean, these are powerful wines. But what I still like about these, even though they've got 14 and 14.5%, there's still a freshness there. There's still a slight lightness there, which you know, if they were Shiraz with 14,
too much, yeah.
they would be sort of very overpowering. So I prefer these wines because while they've got lots of concentration, lots of fruit, they still have a depth to them and a freshness to them.
Rupert says Baja means, I think that's how you say it. Baca.
Yeah.
Sorry.
I think J
means lower or shallow.
There you go. Yeah, because it is low. It is lower. It is low. So in a sense, you've got the two northern regions, which is Alta and Almazara,
right?
And Baca's further south, so lower. Yeah,
right,
and much warmer, because Rioja is actually not that far away from the Atlantic coast. Right. So Rioja both has altitude as well. There's a bit of altitude there, and you do get some actually influence off of the Atlantic coast. So that's why Rioja is probably only seen as a moderate climate, which you think Spain always being warm, hot, but no, sort of with the altitude and with the influence off the Atlantic, Rioja is seen as moderate.
All right. So, and what would the UK be? Would that be
cold?
All right, yeah.
Cool
beans. Yeah. Someone's having a problem with comments. So I don't know if people know this, but if you want to get rid of all the hearts and stuff, you have to press the little comment button at the top. I don't know if you can see it. There's a little button up at the top, and you can then see all the hearts and reacts and all the comments, and you can get rid of it, like pressing that. So if you can't see all the comments or the hearts, it's probably because you've got the little button at the top pressed. Just in case that helps, I don't know.
Thank you.
We all know that Facebook's
technology. I don't find Facebook intuitive at all.
I know you don't.
Every time I go to Facebook, I have to...
You are using the old one. The Facebook's updated now.
So why doesn't it automatically update for me?
I don't know.
On which one? The tablet or the phone?
On the laptop, desktop. Oh, he's broken. He's thinking.
Okay, well, I don't know. I guess you just go and update.
You have to go in the settings and choose the new Facebook.
Because the phone one just goes on automatic updates. Okay.
Is that not very intuitive either?
No, that one so the phone one must be up to date.
Yeah, the problem with Facebook is it's built up over years and years and years, and it's not a new system that someone's thought we'll create this how it should be. It's iterations, and people get very upset if things change too much. So they kind of just build it on.
So why doesn't a new stock come up and create a new Facebook that's more intuitive?
What Instagram and all the other ones are for. But Facebook now owns pretty much everything. Facebook owns Instagram, and owns WhatsApp.
That's unfair. Then it's not.
Twitter's my favourite.
You have to have innovation, and competition creates innovation.
Yeah.
Anyway, so
not very interesting.
So they like that. They use natural yeast as well, as much as they can. So quite organic, because they look after the area, which is all good. So they are a good little sort of Spanish bodega. So while we're doing that, I'm going to give you another game. Okay, so another game. Okay.
Do I win any money on this one? I never did get that £1 million prize.
You spent it.
Oh, did I? On what?
Sorry?
What did I spend it on?
Well, you just spent. I used when, didn't you?
I did it. Oh my gosh.
Oh my gosh, indeed. So Ben, we're going to play a game called Play Your Cards Right.
Okay. Yeah. I'm ready.
Do you know about the game? Have you heard the game Play Your Cards Right?
Something that Bruce Forsyth.
I see.
Was it?
It was.
All right. There you are. Sounds like Bruce Forsyth.
Does it?
Yeah.
Okay. So we're going to play, and again, I want you to help, guys. You can join in, and you can help Ben. And what I'm going to do is, the game is Play Your Cards Right, and if you know the game, it's where someone would have a card like a jack, and you had to guess whether the next card was higher or lower. Okay, and you stayed in. If you got it right, if you got it wrong, you were eliminated. Okay, so you can play this game. If anyone gets through to the end, tell me. You can be honest. Tell me. There's no prizes, so you just but you can be honest. Tell me if you got through to the end completely. So this is the game is who drinks the most wine per person per year. Which country?
Out of your mum. Oh, sorry.
Out of country, definitely me. But so I'm going to give you a country. I'm going to give you how much they drink, and then I'm going to give you another country.
Higher or
You've
lower.
got to tell me whether that country drinks higher or lower, more or less, higher or lower than.
Okay.
So here you go. France.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
On average, they drink 42.5 litres of wine per person per year.
Wow.
Okay.
Yeah.
Does that sound like a lot?
42. Yes, it does sound like a lot.
It's only just over a bottle a week.
I was going to say it. Yeah. I guess it depends, isn't it? But
the bottle.
but if that's an average,
a bottle a week. No, it's a bottle a week, isn't it?
If that's an average,
true.
There'll be a lot of people that don't drink. But I guess you probably have way more than a bottle a week. Actually, yeah. Well, carry on. What?
So
it's a job.
Croatia. My job is tasting, not drinking wine.
Well, you go through a bottle.
Yeah. So.
Or two.
So here you go. Help Ben out. To France drink 42.5 litres of wine per person per year. Croatia.
How much does Adam's wife drink? Adam's wife drink. That's
no idea. So Croatia, higher or lower than France? I want you to type in C high or C low. Okay, so C high or C low.
I would initially say lower for Croatia than France.
See what people say. Okay.
Is this going to be a trick question? Do you like your trick questions?
Bit of food. Where you helping Ben with that? Rock is quite versatile. Well, actually, Ben, while you're waiting, I did bring some food for you.
Did you?
The only cheese I had was an Eposse cheese, which I'd got for the Burgundy tasting on Tuesday, which I forgot to get out, but I didn't think the Eposse cheese would go with the Rioja. So we could have had some manchego or some cheddar, but I didn't have any of that either. So we could have had some pork pie, but you ate all those. We could have had some.
What? There's pork pie there.
I didn't waste
There's definitely pork pie.
Okay, well, you can get some if you want. Any we said lamb would go really well, of course. Any grilled meats. I've got you some sort of what I call cured meats.
Some of the leftover cured meat. I love it.
You haven't. Well, this new pack over.
Oh, is it? Ooh.
So have one of those. Try one of those.
What do I want? I'll have that one.
Okay. Just see what it does and just try that with chew it up and try it with someone. What are they going? High or low?
With I need to chew that apple. With Who Wants to Be a Millionaire? Ask the Audience tends to be very, very good with one thing. There's lots of highs and lots of lowers.
Okay.
Veronica's cat wants the pork pie. That doesn't help. I think the majority is low.
Okay.
I think.
Okay. The answer: Croatia drink per person per year more wine.
Oh, I got it right. See.
So you can stay in the game if you got Croatia. Okay. Next one, Portugal. Is it higher or lower than Croatia?
See, I would have said Portugal's higher than Croatia, but lower than France.
Well,
that doesn't make sense. I know. I'm gonna say higher.
Okay. So again, what do people say? So yes. I mean, actually, lightly spiced foods as well. I mean, they could work quite well. Pasta, chicken salad, all those good things. It's quite
the
versatile.
French are so known for drinking that one. That's the stereotypical.
Well, we know France. We know 40. We know Croatia's higher. So if you think,
and Croatia's smaller as well.
It's per person.
Oh, is
size
it?
Yeah, it's not.
Oh.
That's what I say. It's per person.
Doesn't help.
So that no.
Still interesting, because France is. You know, you kind of assume that French wine. We have that perception. Is that just because we were physically connected through a tunnel to France, as we get more of their wine, therefore it's more influenced?
No, it's not what we drink. This is.
I know, but therefore that perception, we think that they drink.
Oh, okay.
Because we see more of French wine on our shelves rather than Croatian wine.
On that basis, then we think we'd have more Australian wine because we drink more Australian wine in the UK than any other wine.
Really? You'd think barbecues for Australia.
So, higher or lower for Portugal, Ben?
Pretty much everyone has said lower.
They are all correct. Portugal, 41.7 litres of wine per person per year. Okay. So next one, Italy.
So what was France? What was France?
So France 42.5.
Oh, so bloody close.
Croatia 44.2.
Yeah.
Portugal 41.7.
All right.
Italy next. Italy higher or lower than Portugal?
Italy Higher.
So it's I or Italy high, I high, I low, or Italy high, Italy low.
I would say higher. I'm waiting for the people there because there's a delay, isn't there? But Dave says higher. David, sorry.
Oh, well, so Tempranillo.
Higher.
I've told that's the main grape in
Higher.
Rioja, of course. Tempranillo means or Temprano means early, and Tempranillo is a grape that ripens early, and actually buds quite late. So actually, Tempranillo only needs quite a short growing season.
Portuguese drink lots of beer, apparently.
There you go.
Could try a beer tasting.
We could.
Everyone has said higher. Not a single person has said lower.
Sorry, guys, you're all wrong.
Really?
Yeah, Italy is lower. I thought I would have got that wrong as well. Yeah. 33.3. Oh, sorry, 33.3 litres of wine.
Oh, that's
per
significantly
person.
less.
Yeah. Next one. Last one. UK. Higher or lower than Italy?
I think in the UK we drink a lot of other things than just wine. Because there's lots of cocktails and beer and stuff.
So, guys, what do you think of us? UK, higher or lower than Italy?
Yes, it is.
Italy was quite low, wasn't it? So quite surprisingly low. I thought it'd been higher as well. So, UK, higher or lower than Italy?
Everyone, well, I should say everyone's saying higher, but lots of higher. David said lower. Audit that, Rob. What does that mean? I don't know what that means.
He says he doesn't believe me. Check your figures.
Oh, right.
It's from a good source. I can't remember the source, but it wasn't.
Higher in lockdown. Yeah, that's a good point. Has lockdown been considered in all of this?
Well, these figures are always 2 or 3 years out of date, so they're definitely pre-lockdown, pre-COVID.
Pre-lockdown.
Yeah. UK then, higher or lower? Come on then.
I think most people are. We are out. Anyway, lots of people are saying higher, but now it's all become lower. I don't know. I would say lower.
You are correct. It is lower. Only 22 litres of wine per person per year.
Really?
So not a lot.
That's
Yeah.
almost half of what the other countries are drinking.
Yeah. So actually, you're right. We're not really a wine drinking nation.
It's not good for the business.
It's the only country whose consumption of wine's increasing. But yeah, so it's still a bit lower. Still a bit lower.
Yeah.
So
did they say what we drink? Because as a nation, we probably drink more alcohol than most.
I'm not sure what the total are. I mean, we still haven't really, as a country, we tend still to drink wine without food more, and we like beer more. So in the sense, our concept is still more going to the pub, having a drink, or wine by having a drink, coming home and eating. That's changed, but sort of gradually. So wine is seen in the continent as because you drink wine with food, and that's part of the experience, isn't it? Where we don't do that as much in the UK, do we? No. Okay.
Very good.
So we've got those 2 things. What else can I tell you?
What did you think about the food? We never did speak about it.
I thought the meats went really well, actually. Again, it just helps. It just brings out some more of the flavour. It just again softens the wine, makes the wine appear fruitier and sort of riper, in my view. So did you? I mean,
yeah, it was very nice. Yeah.
So it was good. Should we save those for Mum?
All the bits of leftover meat that you could give to Mum or the dog.
She won't eat meat like that, will she?
Who does more Jaeger bombs? France or Paul? Well, very good. More beer in Britain, maybe?
I think so, yeah. I'd have thought so.
We're a beer drinking nation. Right, if it's Spain, no. I reckon Spain does quite a lot of beer. So someone said earlier. And gin and tonics.
We probably have I would say we have a wider range of styles of beer. We have a lot of micro breweries, don't we, and smaller breweries now.
Yeah.
And beer has become just in the number of different beers and styles is amazing. I mean,
that would be interesting to do a tasting of if you ever.
We did some beer tastings. Dominic we were going to run a beer tasting. I think we had to cancel because of COVID-19, but beer tastings is on our list. Yeah,
very good.
So good beer, good beers, different sorts of beers.
Jeff says tea.
Tea, you get loads of different teas, of course. Different teas, loads of different teas.
We saw a water tasting. There was someone doing a water tasting. Didn't we?
Well, I did a wine tasting for Severn Trent a good while ago, I think, and they had a water tasting. So they all brought different waters, I think. Oh, it wasn't for Severn Trent, so I was telling lies, but I think it was for I can't remember the name of the company, but they water. They make
Right.
rain. But Severn Trent were part of it, and they said each of the water boards brought their own water, and they had to do a water
So
tasting.
who has the best water? You couldn't tell. All tastes the same.
What do we get here? We don't get Severn Trent here, do we?
It's Thames. Is it Thames? No, Thames.
East. We should know.
Not a clue.
I think
Is
it's
it Thames Valley?
Thames Valley.
Is that right?
I think so.
I don't know.
I think
Probably.
it's Thames Valley. Anyway, I don't know. It's water. It's good. They're good service wherever they are.
Sure. Yeah. Yeah. Move on.
Move on, indeed. So, any other questions on Rioja? Have they got questions on Rioja or the grapes?
What? Any recs for white Rioja? Any recommendations? I love oak styles, but any recommendations good?
Jeff will help me. Jeff, what's that? It's from the Wine Society.
Is it Lopez de Heredera?
No. Jeff, there's a white wine, you've got a better memory. There's a white wine we buy from the Wine Society. It's only about £8-9 a bottle. I'll post it on, if Jeff can't remember, I'll post it on Facebook comments tomorrow. But the Wine Society sell it at Extra Superb. It is oaky in style. I generally prefer white Riojas that are oaked. The grape in Rioja, the white grape in Rioja is Viura, and it's blandish, and therefore for me requires some oak just to lard it up. So I can't remember the name of the wine, unfortunately.
Well, we'll rely on Jeff. Have you tried orange wine? Saw it in a program last week.
Yeah. Well, orange wines just are white wines where they leave the skin on. So the Jura part of France make orange wines. They are unusual.
Jeff's forgotten.
Yeah, I'm not a massive fan of orange wine. They are different, acquired taste. Slightly oxidized, different style completely. But it's just white wine when left the skin on, and therefore get a little bit of colour. So try them. I'd also try anything twice to make sure that you like it the second time.
Only twice.
Well, I don't think you should try something just once, because you try it again, and if you dislike it twice, I'd move away. But you get there's different all sorts again, so just try.
Yeah. Oh, fair enough. Very good.
Indeed.
I don't think there's any more questions for now.
Okay. So what we're going to do then is just talk about what's going to come up next week. So next week is our English wine evening. So we've got our English wine evening next week. Craft have kindly sponsored the evening, which means they gave me the wine free, which is very generous of them. Craft are a British restaurant in the ICC in Birmingham, specialising in British food, and have a great extensive British wine list, and so a great menu. And they are trying to open on the 8th of July, so they're taking bookings now. So from the 8th of July, and they're actually set up to cope with this social distancing thing. They're quite a large restaurant. They've got some pods and an outdoor garden space. They're going to put some state-of-the-art temperature checking. So they're sort of they're going to sort of make sure it's safe. So worth having a look at those guys. And we've got 2 English wines. It's on the website. You can buy them. Elizabeth Rose. You've got a Bacchus Stanley Park, which is like a Sauvignon Blanc. So if you can't get these wines, or you want to try something, so if you can get any other Bacchus from the UK, Halfpenny Green I know have a Bacchus as well. So if you can't get them from Elizabeth Rose,
Victoria's asking to share the link, so you'll do that afterwards.
It's on the website. It's on the website. So you go look on the website. I could probably put it on Facebook as well. But if you go to the website, then the link for them is on there. And the second one we're going to try, that's a white. So the Bacchus is a white wine. Second one we're going to try is Winbury Signature, which is a sort of a medium-bodied red wine. And they tell me it's very good. I've not tried it. They tell me it's very good. So far, I've not really. Actually, the best red wine I've tried is the one from Halfpenny Green, which I see this. Helen, help me. It's the blend of years that you've got a blend of years, Can't remember what it's called, but that's very good. Again, I'll post it tomorrow if Helen's not there to help me. But that's very good. But so Winbury Signature, which is red, Bacchus Stanlake, both available. £14 for the Bacchus, £15 for the Winburian, and English wines, generally aren't that cheap. So try those two. When you buy them, if you key the code of Birmingham in there, there's a voucher you could enter. Key Birmingham in, you'll get 10% off the price of those two wines. So if you want to buy what I'm going to drink, then buy them off Elizabeth Rose, or just look for a Bacchus from the UK, or if you can't find that, a Sauvignon Blanc. In some senses, they're not dissimilar. Bacchus doesn't have the same aromatic aspects of Sauvignon Blanc, but it's dry and crisp, something like that. So try that. So that's what we're going to do next week, and then moving on after that. That ends series 2.
Is next week the last week?
Series 2.
Ah, we are.
Yeah. We're then skipping a week. So we're skipping a week on the 4th of June. We're going to skip that week, and then we're going to start season 3. Season 3. So 11th of June. I must have written this out beforehand because I'm pretty sure I've swapped these around now. I'm pretty sure what we're going to do is, as it's on the website, I think I can remember this. So for the 11th of June, we're going to do Zinfandel versus Primitivo. So we're going to do Italy versus USA, 2 full-bodied wines. Primitivo from the south of Italy, Zinfandel mainly from California. So we're going to compare those two. On the 18th of June, we're going to do a fizz comparison. We're going to do Cremant versus Cava. So Cremant being a French sparkling wine, Cava being a Spanish sparkling wine. So we're going to try those two. And then on the last evening, we actually have 2 brilliant Bordeaux's, really top quality, both from the 2015 vintage, which is a really good vintage.
Really good.
So 2 really good wines. Bordeaux is my favourite evening, so I'm going to really look forward to that one. So that will be Bordeaux on the 25th of June. So that's what we're going to do that. So we've just done 2. We've done 2 Burgundy evenings. So our next Burgundy evening for the guys who with me on Tuesdays, got our Pinot Noirs next week. Get them open beforehand, a good hour if not more. They will benefit just through having lots of air. So get those open, guys. If you're joining me for Burgundy on Tuesday, if you slightly chill, if it's hot like today, definitely give them a quick blast in the fridge just to just cool them down slightly. It will help. Just keep them sort of a bit refreshing. Bit too warm today for, I think, Pinot Noir, if it's not to cool down slightly. So there's that. We've still got spaces on our Penfolds and Friends evening, and we're just looking at what other evenings we put together and formats. Ben and I had a discussion over dinner tonight about what we're going to do. So we're going to probably bring news next week of our plans, I think, and what we're going to try and do. We're just going to check out a few ideas. If I'm honest, I've got to try and find a way of sort of also trying to make a little bit of money. So we're going to look at how we do that over the week, and we'll let you guys know next week what our plans are.
So quite a few questions.
Yeah, good.
So I'll have to scroll back a bit. Is orange wine? I can't find the question, but is orange wine quite bitter?
Yeah, it can be.
Lots of people saying they don't like orange wine.
No, I'm with them. I don't either. So.
Yeah, not keen. Orange wine is the worst, Zoe. A few people asking on the website where they find the links and stuff that you just mentioned. So is it if they go into online wine tasting? Is it? So
when you just go to Birmingham Wine School, so either if you're on a tablet or doesn't matter, so just find the categories and you'll see you'll find. I think the first section says something like wine.
I think is it online wine tasting.
But then the category below are it's a category now called Facebook Live. So there's a category called Facebook Live. So go to the Facebook Live category, just click on that. In there you find all the details about the Facebook tastings, and there's details about tonight, which is what obviously we're doing now. Details about next week, link to craft if you want to go look at the craft menu and website, and a link to Elizabeth Rose. So go to Birmingham Wine School, birminghamwineschool.com. Just click on the Facebook Live category, which you will find easily. It's the top left-hand corner, so to speak. So have a look there. You should find that fairly easily. I will try and remember to put the link also on the Facebook page as well. But go to my website if you want to have a look. Buy the wines. They probably need a couple of days' notice, so try and get those booked or bought. as soon as you can.
Very good. The next one was, what is the food for next week? For food pairing?
Okay, English wine. So I think we're going to try. We are going to try some pork pie with the English wine. So get some pork pie with the English wine, and we're going to try some. Again, we can go back to salties and or slightly creamy cheese. So some softer cheeses. So you could try goat cheese. That would work very well. You could try some brie. That would work quite well. Reblochon would work quite well. So get some cheese like that. And for the English red, we're going to try pork pie, or you could just try some good old English cheddar. That would work quite well as well.
And is there a Fraser's case for season 3?
Good point. There is a Fraser's case for season 3. So it's on the website now, and actually I did post this. If you go, it's on the Facebook page. So I posted a link to the wines, to the Fraser's website. So if you're on the Facebook page, there's a link there. Or again, just go to the Facebook Live category on the Birmingham Wine School, and you'll see details there to how to buy the case for the Series 3.
And I think lots of comments about orange wine tasting like flat cider. Is it Lucozade? Is it Iron Brew?
We won't be doing an orange wine tasting, guys. No, we just won't. I can't put myself through it or put you through it.
Unless you get sponsored. I think that's all it is. And that's all it is. All the questions.
Jolly good. Okay, so we're going to wrap it up there. Thank you for watching as always.
I didn't do this. I forgot.
We did get a review last week as well. We got a great review. Thank you very much to the person that wrote that. That's really, really good of you. So that was really good. And yes, anyone who wants to write TripAdvisory, always very kind. Thank you. So yes, thank you for watching tonight. Hope to see you all next week for English Wine Night. Thanks as always to Jeff, Rupert, Dominic and Helen. Very kind of you to help. And Ben, it's a good night from me.
And a good night from him.
Hey, well done. He's getting good at this, isn't he?
Oh, yeah.
So thanks, guys. See you all next week. Enjoy the weather. I hope it stays like this over the weekend. It'd be really nice if it did. Get your red wines chilled a bit if you're drinking reds. If you're drinking whites, that's okay. So anyway, see you all next week. Be good now. Take care. Bye. Bye. Bye.